Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Rayman Legends. In the last episode we did all the Dark Rayman challenges, and now in this episode we're going to go back to Origins. And like I said, in the first world it's just going to be me, and I'm going to be explaining the differences between this game and Origins, and in the other parts we're going to have guests. Now, first things first, this is going to be a very chilled out part, just because of the fact that it's almost it's like really late like now, so it's like past midnight literally. It's that I'm recording that late, and yeah, I wouldn't say fully tired, like dead. I'm still like awake, but yeah, it's just gonna be chilled out a lot more than... That was stupid. It's going to be a lot more chilled out than previous episodes, so just keep that in mind. First thing I want to bring up is that Rayman Origins uses has a hand-drawn art style. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know, I'm not sure if Legends was hand-drawn. I know Origins that was like a big thing for this game. And one big thing that was changed drastically from Origins is that the way you progress through levels. Because in Origins you had you progressed like a normal platformer, and like you go through different worlds, and if you felt like you were going somewhere, like progressing further into the game and whatnot. In Legends, it's completely different how they handled it, because here's the thing: in Legends you have paintings, but the thing is, you can go to any painting anytime you want. So it's like it completely shatters the whole adventure like feeling. Like it doesn't feel as much. I wouldn't say it's non-existent, mind you, but there's almost no sense of progression, because you can just go to any painting, any world at any time you want. There's no, like, you could go to the last world and then like do the first world last. That's what I'm trying to say, because I don't know, just games that let you do levels in your own pace, I don't mind them per se, but it's just like, well, that's kind of pointless, because like games are supposed to gradually get more difficult and complex as you go on, and if you just do that, you're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot. And another thing is that instead of teensies, you save these Electoons, and they weren't actually... Oh crap. They weren't actually found in the middle of the stages. They were only found in the hidden areas, and most of them in Origins were just defeat all the enemies and get the cage. And... oh, there's nothing up there. Get the cage, and the other Electoons were caught by instead of getting trophies and a lucky ticket from the lums you get 2 Electoons, I believe, and then you get a gold medal. I honestly prefer the way they did it in Legends, because it feels well, for one thing, it feels more... You feel more like you need to explore and whatnot. In Origins, you kind of just look for a bunch of lums and stuff, and the extra areas are just kind of... I wouldn't really say bland, but they're a lot to be desired, because most of them are just like what you're seeing now. They're not very exciting. I've seen worse, but they still could have been a lot better. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. And you only see these door thingies a couple times in Legends, But in Origins, they're freaking all over the place, man. It's crazy. And what's interesting is that I don't know if I doubt they'll have it in the Back to Origins levels, but in Origins, the was it? I forgot what I was going. I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh no! In Origins, they had red like king teensies, and if you touch them, all the lums will like sing this like little catchy tune, and it'll make all the normal yellow lums turn into red lums, and if you get a red lum, you get 2 lums instead of 1, and they still have that in this game where you get 2 lums with purple lums, but they oh, you have to do that. Okay, but in what was it? Origins had it so I completely lost my train of thought again. That's what happens when it's near like midnight. So just bear with me, because if I lose my train of thought a lot, which I am, keep in mind it's like midnight, so I can't exactly think like Einstein or something. Seriously, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, it was about the King Teensy. Yeah, they kind of brought that back in Legends with the purple lums, because you can still get 2 lums, but it's just like it's completely different how it's handled, because the purple lums in this game, you either get them from getting a trail of lums in the correct order, or you get them from using Murphy and just touching lums, you know. And also, at the end of each stage, you always have to break a cage and free Electroons. But in this, it's a Teensy. And the reason why I left it to the end of the playthrough to do Back to Origins is because, well, one thing, I didn't even know that I was gonna do these stages to begin with, because I was still like on the fence about it. But and also, the lucky tickets, they help. Oh, that was stupid. Lucky tickets help unlock the Back to Origin stages. So at the start of the game, you can't really play these stages at all. So I just wait until the end of the game, where I have all the lucky tickets I can, and then start Back to Origin, so I don't have to like backtrack or like go back to Origins. Oh, now normal game. Oh, back to Origins. Oh, no, normal game now. But yeah, okay. This is a gameplay mechanic that was completely removed in Legends. Well, yeah, I would say it's removed. Basically, you're flying on this thing. I believe it's from Rayman 1. Don't quote me on that. But you're essentially flying in the air with this guy, and you're shooting a bunch of enemies, and if you hit a row of enemies like that, you get 5 lums, I believe, and you can also suck up things by using the Y or X button. I'm using the gamepad, so that's those controls for you. And if you suck up like a big object or a bunch of small guys, you can you have it hold it in for a little while. Hold Y to inhale, and you press A, and you shoot them out. The bigger enemy or thing you devour, like suck in, I guess, the bigger the impact will be, or like the object you shoot out will be. You know, that was a stupid idea. I really wish they didn't kill I really wish they brought these back in Legends stages, because, yeah, sure, these levels are great as on their own, but it would have been great to see new mosquito stages, you know, because these are fun as hell. And Oh, that was stupid. They really play it smart as well, because you see here, you actually have to shoot this thing down in order to get this. So yeah, and then it's also parts, levels where you, oh crap, where you have to bounce your pellet things onto terrain, so it bounces onto like a switch, for instance. So that's pretty cool. It's really neat how they did this. One thing I've brought up in the Legends LP is that this game, or Origins even, is a lot more unforgiving with its checkpoints. It's still a lot more forgiving than most platformers out there, but it's definitely noticeable that some of the time you're like really far in and then you just die, and it's like, oh, I gotta do that all over again. Really? It's not too big of a deal considering how good the game actually is, but it's still kind of annoying, you know. It's especially noticeable in some of the boss fights, and we'll get to that eventually, because I believe they have the boss fights from Origins in this. Now I believe this is the same guy from that dreaded bird boss that I've been talking about before in this playthrough, LP or whatever you want to call it. But this version of him is really not that bad. You just have to shoot these at him, and then eventually he'll get knocked out. I don't know if shooting pellets at him does anything, but yeah, you get killed instantly if he sucks you in. And yeah, you select those things and you shoot them back at him. Okay, let's do this. Whoa! I can't. Look at his face when he eats you. That's ridiculous, man. Oh wow. Yeah, another reason how Origins actually feels a lot longer because, I counted them now, and the amount of normal levels there's 40, and there's like all the invasion levels and stuff, sure, but there's only 40 normal stages. Origins had over 60, so it's kind of like, what the hell? And especially considering how Legends was advertised as having over 120 stages, and it's just like, well, not really, dude, because there's 40 back to Origin stages, and then there's like a bunch of the invasion levels and stuff. You died, and it's just like, okay, there's not really 40 stages. Sure, okay, that was a glitch, I swear. Because that mosquito would usually be stuck to this pole. Oh well. But it's just like, why advertise a game as having 120 levels if there's 40 stages, which are the Back to Origins levels, that are like rehashed, almost like pretty much just the same, except there's teensies added in and like slightly improved graphics. I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't played Origins in so long that I can't remember. I barely remember what that game looked like thinking about it, without obviously looking at videos for it. But I don't know. You know what? We've been playing Rayman a bit too long now, so let's give the old blue guy a chance in the spotlight, Why not? I don't want to do challenges. Now let's go. Now, what I was gonna say, what I was saying about the how Origins being like more, feels more like an adventure. It's really noticeable because it's like I said, you go by world to world, and well, there's a second half of the game where you essentially you go to 5 more worlds, I think. They're technically not even different worlds. They're pretty much the same 5 worlds you went to earlier on your first run through, except they're different. It's just different stages. What they should have done is made it so you go through those stages in the levels that you were in the original world that you were in before, and it makes it less of a pain, because you go to the last world and then you go like, oh yeah, I'm near the end of the game, cool, and it's just like, lol, no, you do one level in the final world, and it's just like, haha, you thought you were over? Well, think again, because you're going to go through the whole game again. And literally you go through every world, and then you have to go to every secondary world, I guess you could say, and then you just have to fight the boss at the end of each world, because I don't think bosses appear in the normal worlds. They only appear in the secondary worlds, but don't quote me on that, because I haven't played Origins in a long time. And it's just like, it's really such a mess, because even though it feels more like an adventure, that really let it down for me, because it's just like, at that point I was just like, I've had enough. It's still a great game, and the levels are still great, but it's just like, really? You're gonna make me play this game again? With like different, just like in the same worlds and stuff. It's just like, why? And it's kind of why I like the Legends worlds more, because it's just like, oh, you have 5 worlds, and then you have 1 secret world, which I actually unlocked just not too long ago from getting 400 TCs. You probably noticed I have that many already, but yeah, you know. It's just like, why make you do that? Why make the gamer do that? Seriously, it's just kind of dumb, in my honest opinion. And yeah. Well, what's different in another thing that's quite a lot different is that Origins had power-ups in the sense that in each world, I believe, you find a fairy person. I don't know the names, what they're actually called. Oh, this looks like an Angry Bird level, but it's just like, was it? Oh, there's one up there. Now this is actually kind of interesting. You're still fighting enemies, but it's kind of interesting how it's structured. What was I gonna say? I completely forgot what I was gonna say now. Things and stuff. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I want to get this. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, that was just that. I thought it was gonna like make it stop me from going up there. Apparently I was wrong. Did wrong. Right. I should know where almost all of the TCs are. Well, actually no, because they weren't in the original Origins game, so I'm stupid. Ow. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in the playthrough, but the coins, those gives you like 20 lums, I believe. And if you get once you get the item, you don't keep it forever. It's like you have to work for it. You get it, but you get it, sure, but you have to hang on to it for like a couple, like 5 seconds or so, and then you get to get the lums for it. So you can't just go like, oh yeah, I'm awesome, and then just get hit. It doesn't work. If you just do that. Oh, that was weird. Oh yeah, I was gonna say something about the fairies. In Origins, you get the fairy. You save these fairy creatures, and once you rescue them, they give you different power-ups. So you get the running up walls ability, for example, and you just keep, as you go through the game, you get more and more of them. In Origins, Legends even, that is completely removed from the whole game. Like, there's no instance in this game where you save a fairy or a creature or anyone, and then you get a new power-up. I kind of wish they did that and expanded on the formula more, but they, at the same time, you still have the abilities you got from Origins, so think of it like Banjo-Tooie as a prime example. In that game, you start with all the abilities you got from Banjo-Kazooie, the original game, and then you got more abilities from that game. Legends did this and didn't do it. It did it in a sense that it made you have all the abilities from the previous game, but it also didn't make more abilities and expand on the formula, which is admittedly kind of a letdown. But it's not like so annoying. Like you just, oh, it's just so uninnovative or something like that. It's like unoriginal, because Legends is one of the most innovative 2D platformers I've played in a long time. Even Origins, for that matter. They're both great games. And it's just like, it's like I said, it's not really annoying that you just want to kill yourself. It's just kind of weird how they had so many cool abilities in the first game that they didn't make more in this game. It's just like, it's not something I really looked into or really complain about. It's just like, I just find it kind of weird in a sense. If they ever make a Rayman Origins free, I'm just gonna call it that for now, because we don't know if there'll ever be one or what it will be called. But if there ever will be one, I hope they make new abilities, because the first game, it gives a sense of progression, because you go through the game and you get more and more abilities as you go on, and you feel like you're on an adventure, and it just feels more like you're progressing through the game, you know. And yeah, I guess you see my point now. Yeah, Globux, we did it. Playing in the shade. Oh, I know these levels. So they do have these in Legends. So, like I've said in some parts of this game, or this Let's Play, Origins didn't have invasion levels. Instead, it had these treasure sequences where you have to be really precise with your platforming skills, and they are actually pretty difficult if you don't know what you're doing. And These teasers are making it quite a bit interesting. But it's the first one, so it's not that difficult. And instead of teensies, you would have gotten a skull tooth from that. So it's like you get all the skull teeth and you get the secret Land of the Living Dead level. In that you just get teensies, because you can't really do much. Okay, now I have to do lucky tickets to get the next levels, I guess. Because apparently in Back to Origins, in the levels you get it, like in this world you'll get lucky tickets that will continue the world and stuff. So you don't have to worry about that. Right, let's see here. Wait, hang on. I'm confused right now. Okay, this is weird. I don't know what's going on here. Wait, hang on, let me see something. I'm gonna... Let's see if this place has lucky tickets. Yes, it does. So, actually, scratch what I said about doing this in the extra video, in the finale video, because it looks like I can't. I need to do this, and it will probably unlock me the rest of those levels. So, yeah, that's enough of me jabbering on. Let's go to Granny's World Tour, baby.